It's time to go!
I've been telling you before that the vote of no confidence means that no Avram and Joel can stay on 18%, as they were looking to sweeten that deal to offer Avram and Joel a structure to say, I give you 18% with no voting power and you tell me what will be the premium buyout. And welcome back to Mufc Realist TV. Mick here again. The reason why I'm doing this podcast is because I want the truth. I want to expose everything that's going on behind the scenes of this sales takeover and the shady deals that's going on. Why is it taking so long time to make a decision? It's been far too long. The devil is always in the details, and this is what I'm here for, to provide a voice of reasoning, to expose the facts, the intricate details, and I will not be silenced. 2 weeks ago, I reported the vote of no confidence. I reported the complexity of potential Sir Jim Rattcliffe being in bed with the Glazers to perform the biggest heist in history. The reason why I'm doing this is to say no to more Houdini acts and smoke screens. We want a full sales takeover. No debts, no Glazers linger around in the background. Enough is enough. There was an article that came out yesterday, by the way, to say that the minority of the stakeholders will challenge any takeover bid from Ineos, as they discovered that this is a scam. This is why I'm doing this video and taking you back, flashback as well, 2 weeks ago, what I said in that video. Now raise your hand as a fan like me. You want the truth.
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
As a public float shares. So this leads to the question. Is Ineos in or out? Obviously, there's been some rumblings over the weekend with the media reporting that he's looking to go full sale 100% by himself. But how he's going to do that? It's obviously clear in what I've been telling you before, that the vote of no confidence means that no Avram and Joel can stay on 18%, as they were looking to sweeten that deal to offer Avram and Joel a structure to say, I give you 18% with no voting power and you tell me what will be the premium buyout within 3 years. So basically, I'm giving you 3 billion right now and 3 billion buyout within 3 years. But that didn't go down with the board and they voted down. And even if they will continue this way, the vote of no confidence still stands and will be challenged. So according to my opinion, this looks like a dead race for Sir Jim Rattcliffe and Ineos. I don't know. I heard something today, or actually yesterday, late last night, that the board of directors within Ineos has voted down this opportunity. They don't see the value in it. So it's yet to be seen what the media will say. You know, this is just alternatives. I have not confirmed that, but I can only see it one way. I can only go right. This is most likely going Sheikh Jassim's way, and I will tell you why. I think the elephant in the room has been the British media and the bias, to be honest. That's been clear and obvious to say. It's been sports washing, it's been, you know, state backing, it's been props, it's been smoke screens, and you know, we've seen ex-players and pundits speaking in favor of Sir Jim Rattcliffe and Ineos. But it's gamemanship, and it's very, very common practice that you are paying off, you're paying money for somebody to be an influencer, to speak well about you. So everyone is actually receiving money, and it's also about smear campaigning. So that's, I find it very, very disturbing, to be honest. Even some big account social media influencer has also been on that receiving end. So calling a spade, at the end of the day, it's just disgusting to see how, this could happen. At the end of the day, what we do here is to compare apples to apples. We are not here to favor anyone, but if we do, of course, we look at the manifestos, what Sir Jim Rattcliffe has put out, what Sheikh Jassim has put out. And so far, Sheikh Jassim's bid has matched the overall expectation of us fan base in clearing the debt, invest in the infrastructure, put Manchester back into the glory days the way it used to be, and on top of everything, compete for everything that we can compete and win trophies. That is what we want, okay? We don't want that. So basically, the way we understood that Sir Jim Rattcliffe was looking to bankroll this, to pay 3 million from his own pocket and then take a loan or ask others to chip in. So that's still a loan, there's still debts. What about the infrastructure? What about running the club? We heard from, fans of Nice saying that it's been run poorly, and therefore, for me, it's just a lot of props and smokescreen. You're going up Qatar, it's not state-backed, it's definitely a holding company. As I've been citing the business license and registration, I can tell you that it is not state-backed.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Regarding the sales takeover, I always say the devil's in the details and the truth is in the middle. But after spending 10 months of doing forensic investigation and finding out the shady dealings behind it, you would be surprised. And I will not be silenced either. I want what's best for the club. You gotta ask yourself questions. Why certain people do not want Qatar to be the owners. Why they want Sir Jim Rattcliffe to be the front face. It's not for me to tell you, but one day I will. But in this instant, the scam or the biggest heist in modern world's football is about to take place again. Let's take you back to 2005 when Malcolm Glazer, who is the biggest con artist of them all, and his offspring children. We know the story, and now they want to do it again, and this time with the best friend Sir Jim Rattcliffe. They are friends. They are friends, people. And friends do help each other. Right? The original master plan, which you see now, has been discovered and been voted down with no confidence with the minority shareholders. Right? There's Class A and Class B shares. And when Glazer bought the club, they made a clause in their sales purchase contract that they hold the Class B shares. Only Glazers can hold the Class B shares. And their Class B shares hold 10 times more voting power than the Class A shares. And the Class A shares are majority owned by Lindsay Train and Bowen Group. That is actually suing for class action if this deal goes through. And some of the board members also have voting powers, but majority is the Glazers. But the instant is that, Glazers has been robbed the bank dry at the moment and tried to push another heist together with Sir Jim Rattcliffe. So basically to do a face-off. What does that mean? Well, Sir Jim Rattcliffe goes in and buys the 51%. As soon as he buys that 51% of the B shares, that converts to A shares. And the remaining Joel and Glazer stays with 20% B shares. That means that it will be 50-50 still, as they have 10 times more power on the B shares. You get the point, right? And now you have the minority B share holders like Lindsay Train and Bowen Group are disputing this. Why are you letting Sir Jim Rattcliffe buying the B shares? Why can't we have the B shares, right? And what's going to happen to us? Now everyone wants to profit at the end of the day. Everyone wants to have to return on investment. And as I reported originally, there was a vote of no confidence back in January, February already. And rest assured that this is very highly illegal, right? Even if Glazers will go with Sir Ineos or Sir Jim Rattcliffe, which I doubt they will, there will be legal ramifications, and they will fight this in courts, and they will take a long time, right? Very complicated, and by that time, Manchester United will be ruined. I always said that I smell a rat, and I think that the main objective of this sales process was also to find a big fish, and the big fish is Sheikh Jassim, right? So this is the highest game of Squid Games that you can ever see, if you know what I mean. Squid Games. So why dithering? Why taking time? Why, if just ask yourself the question: if Ineos bid was always the preferred bidder, why didn't the Glazers sell the club already and go with Ineos? It's been 7 months in the process, and it's always been to find that premium bid, the final bid from Sheikh Jassim, to walk away and everyone profit. Now, I don't know if Rattcliffe is going to benefit something from it, from being the prop that he was, but certainly there's going to be something, because they are business mates as well. I'd be damned if nobody's going to report this in the media, because they are in cahoots with each other. They've been profiting for many, many years of writing stories about Manchester United, being fed by the club, but with the new ownership of Qatar, that lifeline will disappear, that business will disappear. The ex-pundits and players do not voice their opinions either, because it's all business, money, 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 and they're just lining up to see, keeping quiet to see who the new owner will be, so they will be good with them as well. So, having said that, the truth will come out some days, but the question is, like Jack Nicholson said in A Few Good Men, you want the truth, but can you handle the truth? It is definitely very vile.
The question is, what did you expect? Me to roll over and be silent? I will not be silenced. I will not be threatened. I will not be cancelled. I practice freedom of speech, freedom of thoughts. And if you set the deadline for the poor fan base, for you to sell publications, to say there's a deadline on Friday, you're wrong. If you think that Sir Jim Rattcliffe will get in bed with the Glazers, you're in for something bigger. It's been Mick from Mufc Realist TV. Please keep calm, be patient, like and subscribe, and we shall give you some updates as soon as possible we hear something. Thank you. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching Mufc Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.